In this video, we'll see how to use the DNA plugin to control duration-based effect like this one, or to use the Anim Notify State to control the parameter value over time using curves. First, let's create an animation montage from this animation, and the first effect we will add is this system. In my montage, right-click on a notified track and select DNA Anim Notify State. The cool thing with Notify State is that you can control the duration of the effect. Let's give it a name and select the Niagara system. Actually, at this point, it will just deactivate the spawn of new particle, but you can change this in the Lifecycle with the cleanup mode. With the default setting, it will just deactivate at the end and let the particle finish. But I can instantly destroy when we reach the end. Or I can deactivate and destroy it after 1 second after the end. The default setup is perfect for this effect. Deactivate and let the particle finish. I will change the attachment. I want to attach to mesh to true and snap to target, and I will include the scale. I can use root as reference and start to add my first Anim Notify override. This is where we can control the parameters. I will change the base color and set it to a blue. I want to control the alpha. I want this effect to fade faster, and I will set it to 1 but use the float curve. You can either use a runtime curve and set your key like this, or use a curve asset that look like this, where you have a bit more control and you can reuse those in different system and in any part of your game. For this, I will use a runtime curve and set my first key to 1 at 1. Add another key and at 0.8. It will be 1. And start to fade after. Oh, actually, I messed up. This is at 0, this is at 0.8, and this is at 1. It should fade faster. It fade a bit too fast. Okay, that's enough to illustrate the float curve. We will add another track, another notified track, and the next one will be also Anim Notify State. And I want to add some attack indicator on the floor. I have this Niagara system. I will show you so you can see the parameters. You have a base color, you have some duration parameter, and a scale parameter. As you can see, there is a base color and an update color. This is because if I want to animate the color over time, I cannot do it with the color applied here, because it's only applied at particle spawn. This is why I have the scale color in particle update, where I use the update color. Let's go back in our montage and change the attachment. I don't want to attach to mesh. I want to use root as a reference, and I will change the offset. And if I change when it's spawned, it should be fine. Now I want to change the duration. I will add an anim state override, change the duration here, and set it to 0.76. I tried this before, I think. And next I will change the scale to make it grow over time. So I will enable the float curve, and for this I will use the curve asset. Let's create one by typing curve, select curve float. I will assign my curve and add a key at 0, 0, and add another key at 1, 1, just to test this first. I won't start at 0, maybe at 0.5. Select all, right click auto. And like this. Now let's animate the color and go from black to white. So I will use the update color, use color curves, and add some point here, here, 0, 0, and this will go to 1, 1. For every curve, the base value here acts as a multiplier. The value of all those curves will be multiplied by 1, 1, 1. Or if I set it to black, it's multiplied by 0, 0, 0. So it's just black. But this can be useful, so you can just have red here, or just pink. And actually, I will use the blue. Maybe a darker blue. The last effect I want to show is a ribbon. So I will add another notify state and use this NS trail. As you can see, it starts following the character, but I have a socket I've set up. It's an weapon tip. And I will use this as the socket name. And I want to snap to target. This effect is not made to be as long, so I will reduce this like this. Just like all the other, you can add Anim Notify override, you can spawn control, you can set offset, you can change the cleanup mode. Actually, I will just make it blue so it fits better with all the other system. And this is the end of this video. We've seen few ways to change the parameter of our Niagara system using Anim Notify State. But before the end, let's add this to our character and use this directly in our game.